Just crapped out of nowhere, so that's unfortunate. So I need to update. Just so cutie. And we're gonna hide this. Local file. Go back and load it. What does that say? Oh. Save that. Nice. All right, we're back. Back with the daily light goal. And this was a side quest today, by the way. Just was getting a new, like this overlay thing on YouTube. To where I I just created a script with Claude for OBS that shows this daily light goal. And it should update in real time if a humble guy like myself were to even go in and click the like button and like my own video, which is an egregious thing to do, but for testing purposes, must lay down my pride. So I just like my own video, and hopefully if the script is working, it should update within the next 15 to 20 seconds of likes. And nice, it did. Hell yeah. So daily light goal is 10, side quest complete as far as creating that little script that goes into OBS, and I'm chilling. I feel good about it. Now we can move on to the goal of the day, which yesterday we left off getting most of Stripe done for the boilerplate, and this morning I kind of grinded a little bit off stream because I had to do some keys and stuff. Ended up being a webhook misconfiguration, and someone in chat yesterday actually said that, so props to that guy. So yeah, today I also should probably add another overlay somewhere on the top up here where it's goal for the day, as far as coding goes, goal for the week, goal for the day, etc., etc. But yeah, so hey, 2 likes, hell yeah, dude, I appreciate the like, bro. The script is working. I feel sick about it. But yeah, so today's goal is, because it is an even day. Even days I use Codex because one of the homies on day one was like, bro, you should use Codex, and I never used it before. And I said, okay, on even days I'll use Codex, and on odd days I'll use Claude. I had used Codex once, and it was goated. So I'm actually stoked to be able to use Codex today. But let's get the dev servers running. I love turbo repos so much, dude, I can't even tell you. Just the fact that this all ran it took 7 seconds to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different services, and I need to switch these. You go over here. Nice. Within like no time, and yeah, so like my development environment's pretty much good to go. So I do have like a VPN thing that kind of screws me a little bit. So I have to like disable my VPN whenever I want to do this, which is connecting to the webhooks locally, because normally I would have to give a rotating IP address to Doppler, which is my keys, like my environment variables, and then also to Stripe. But it's not this, it's different. It's a random one. So I have to use this tunnel. Anyways, so localhost 3001, which is my app. And if you guys weren't here yesterday, don't roast me on what it looks like. My whole theory about building software is make it work, make it pretty, make it fast, in that order with no exceptions. And so right now we're just going through production level, make it work. So yeah. Feeling good about it. Feeling good. I wonder what would happen if someone... I'm not going to say it out loud. Never mind. So anyways, got it to where I think it's on accounts billing? No, maybe account billing? I can't remember. I mean, I could look in the file structure, but... yeah, so it's account billing. So because I have to do the VPN thing, it's not showing the real right here. So I have to, don't ask. And then this, if I refresh, it should show the price that I paid and then expiration date or something like that. Nice. Maybe it's because API is running and Stripe env variables are set. Yes. Maybe I have to... There's no way I have to restart the dev environment for it to pick it up. That would be silly sauce, dude. That would drive me... Yeah, see, I do. That's probably because the keys... So I gotta figure that out, dude. I gotta figure out a way to get around my VPN. My mandatory VPN that I have to use on this device, on this machine. So, but anyways, this is pulling directly from Stripe, which I think is best practice, because Claude, this is one of those design things that you have to take into consideration, and like you wouldn't know it unless you knew it. So when I was first writing this out, Claude was like, oh, I think it was Claude. It was like, oh, you know, to keep everything consistent, you want billing tiers with billing prices. And so it'll display those as the coming from environment variables. And I was like, that doesn't really make sense, because what if like we do a promo and we like do discounts? What if we do a promo code and they get X amount off for 3 months and then it upgrades to whatever it is after that? And so like pulling it directly from Stripe doth be the move. And it was like, oh, you know, every time someone visits this page, you'll hit an API, but it's like, dude, we're not going to overload Stripe's API. That's like how everyone does it. So anyways, that's working. I don't understand why it thinks this is pretty. Like, I didn't tell it to do anything style-wise. So again, don't roast me on that. But But yeah, it's like white on white. Like, what are you thinking? Anyways, so we can manage the billing, which is cool. Goes to the sandbox, and this is the same thing like OpenAI does. Let's see here. See, I think because my VPN just reconnected, that it's not pulling the prices anymore. I gotta figure that VPN thing out, dude. That's so annoying. Okay. Well, that's not working, so. There's an issue with the change plan button on the account/billing page, where clicking the change there's an issue on the account/billing page where if a user clicks the change plan button, it opens the modal but nothing displays in the UI. It's just empty containers. Hello? Users should be able to know which plan they're currently on, and also see the upgrade options. They should not be able to repurchase a plan that they're already on, only upgrading or downgrading depending on what tier they're currently in. This where is I'm confused. This isn't Codex. Where is Codex? Did it remove it because I was on a different it's on a different workspace or a different profile? I probably moved it because it's on a different profile. This thing's gotta go. Put it in here. Extensions. Codex. I could do Codex in the terminal. But I kinda like seeing it in here. Hopefully I don't have to restart. Switch to pre-release version. No. Alright, go away. Here we go. Should be already logged in. I know. I got it. Not my first rodeo. Yes, sir. Okay. There's an issue in the account/billing page when users click the update plan button. They're shown a modal with empty containers in it. We need to display all of the payment options that are available. The user should be able to see what current tier or plan that they're on, and they should not be able to repurchase the same plan that they're on. They should only be able to upgrade or downgrade depending on what tier or status they currently are. And we'll give it a little screenshot. computer's running slow. But yeah, the side quest this morning was successful. While this is building out, the side quest this morning was successful of building out that live like counter. I feel super sick about that. It's just an HTML file for anyone joining. It's just like a basic HTML file that queries the YouTube API every 15 seconds or so, wherever it is, 15 seconds, and then displays the like count. And so daily like goal is 10 for young streamer, and it took me about 5 minutes to do this, I'd say, which is sick. Now I have a daily like goal overlay for free and don't have to pay anyone. I think that's a lesson to be learned, and like that's like the future of software just in general, is like all these SaaS products that people are offering, a lot of times you could probably build them yourself with some caveats, right? You don't want to like rebuild. I don't want to rebuild an entire CRM. That would be insane. Like HubSpot. Maybe I'm in the wrong for that. Maybe I should be willing to build my own CRM. Maybe I will in the future at some point. But for me personally, I'm like, I'd rather just use HubSpot. But something like this, you know, it costs $9.99 a month to subscribe to some sort of data fetcher or like OBS plugin. I'm not your guy. Okay, so what's Codex doing? Ooh, interesting. I've been using Claude for a little over a year, and I've never seen this term come up, semantic debugging. Interesting. All right, so let's go back to this. The problem is I hate not knowing whether it's not working because of my VPN or it's just not working because it's not working. But it is what it is. So we'll let Codex cook and see what kind of results it produces. Now this tier modal, I think it's changing the one that it already had, because I've only seen one tier modal so far, and it should be in UI, source, billing, tier modal. Yeah. And so it's going to have to add in one more call in there to call Stripe to see which plan they're currently on. But it's fairly typical, right? So it's like if you go into platform.claude and then go here and then go into API plan. What is it? Is there billing somewhere? Credits, billing. That's just the API though. Where would I if I wanted to upgrade, how would I do that? So I don't want to buy credits. This is just the API. This isn't like the Claude subscription or whatever. Let's just go here. It's. I forget that they're different offerings or whatever. Settings, billing, right? And so shows me my plan, which was what I wanted to do in a second. This is gonna keep happening because of my VPN, which is annoying. Bro. Oh, it's really quiet? That's good to know. I appreciate it. Is the music too loud? I should turn my mic up a little bit. I appreciate that. No, Codex is goated. I don't think I hadn't used it since day 2 because I said odd days are Claude and even days are Codex. And so literally though, dude, all day yesterday I say all day. On stream yesterday, I wanted to use Codex so much. But I have to stick to my guns. But I like as far as day 2 goes, it one shot a lot. So it's kind of no music. Oh, that's weird. You don't hear the music? That's weird. Anyways, no, Codex is sick. I like it. Let's see. I just had a bug come up in the UI from something Claude coded, and which was yesterday. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I will. Oh, okay, cool. What was it saying? Oh, yesterday I'm setting up like billing for this boilerplate project, and Claude messed some stuff up off the rip that I just noticed today. And this is unrelated. This is like a VPN thing. I'm gonna have to restart the dev server. Super annoying. Don't mind me. So now, yeah, it shows me this was already working, but when I clicked change plan a minute ago, it showed me oh, I'm going through all these lengths. It showed me this. It should have showed me my current tier, and then ability to pick another one. I don't know why it wasn't showing me, but let's see. Change plan. Ah, nice. So current plan, and I said I shouldn't be able to click that one. Whatever plan I'm currently on, I shouldn't be able to purchase that one again. So I can't, which is nice. These values are all getting pulled from the Stripe API connected to the price ID. Nice. Current plan starter active. This is dope. Let's continue to check out, see if this works on this VPN issue thing. Card. I love how easy Stripe makes things. Someone yesterday was like, "Oh, but they'll freeze your account and they'll hold your credit card or like withhold funds or whatever." I'm like, bro, if you're running an upstanding business, they won't do that. Just don't be a piece of shit business owner. Do things right by people. Give them refunds when they deserve it. Stick to your terms of service. Obviously, whatever those are. But I've never heard of many legitimate businesses getting shut down by Stripe. Like, just be legit. I don't know. It's not hard to be integrous, in my opinion. But anyways, let's see if this works. We got some post requests from the webhook. me thinks this UI is chopped because I can't see it. And it looks like it's cached. And the price is no longer there. But that could be because my VPN just turned back on. Dude, I gotta figure out this VPN issue. I'm using a machine where it forces this thing called Warp by Cloudflare to be on. But I can turn it off, but it turns on every 2 minutes by default. Don't want to get into it. But yeah, so that do that. Manage billing opens the Stripe session, which is expected. I should have only 2, so I canceled the 1. I already had these going, so I'm gonna cancel these. Cancel. I wonder what happens if I cancel one that's already been no longer needed. Just go in and cancel that one too. I should only have 1. Because I've signed up multiple times. Found an alternative. Right. Now, I should make this open in a different window though. It was 3001. And account/billing. Still got $79 a month, which is sick. Yeah. Okay, what's next? Next is, this. Clicking Manage Billing opens the Stripe session in the same window. It needs to open in a new window. Hey, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. All right. For this boilerplate, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I gotta do still. I'm debating. No, I need to finish this stuff first. Basic UI, basic feature gating based on tier status. I think those are the 2 things that I want to do next. Is like your basic UI with, let's just say, a side panel with 4 different mock pages, each one of them corresponding to a different tier feature. So the first one, free tier, maybe it's like an analytics dashboard or something, like available to anyone who just signs up as a kind of like a lead magnet, like product-led growth. So it's like you get them coming in because they want to see something, and they see it, and then once they're in, you snatch them with some sort of feature upgrade. And so click in a sidebar item, and it's like, oh, you can't access this feature. Maybe lead them to that feature and then blur it out or something. Definitely the API will be tier gated. So I feel like it shouldn't take this long. it shouldn't take this long to make this manage billing button open in a new window. Like that's an incredibly long time. This is going to be a shorter secondary stream, by the way, because I was already streaming for like an hour earlier, and I got places to go, people to see it around 2. So I'll be dipping out around 2. But we got 30 minutes to grind, and we're going to do the most we can. Dude, this is kind of crazy. The main thing that I want, especially for like this boilerplate, is file and folder structure to be absolutely dialed, and yeah, the components and styles to not get muddy, because we're going to build, this is going to be a massive project, to be honest. But right now, Codex finished that. Let's go in here. I gotta disable my hard refresh. Nope. Why didn't it open in a new page? That's annoying. Clicking the Manage Billing button still opens in the same page. It needs to open in a new browser tab. I know that I could do this by myself very simply, but I kind of want to see how long it takes Codex to do this, because I'm like, again, newer to Codex, but I'm sure Claude would take a long time to figure it out too, to be honest. Okay. Old window location. So I wonder if I have to just restart the dev server, because it's saying source was corrected. Sometimes it do be that way. All right, now manage billing. Okay, yeah, so it did it. Cool. Because like, as far as like this stuff goes, it's just industry standard to use Stripe's billing session, Stripe's checkout portal. Like Claude's the same thing. Like if you adjust the plan, so I'm on Max. If I went in here into network, it didn't used to be this way. I think ChatGPT still is this way, but that's mine. If we go back and downgrade to Pro, oh, maybe they did their own billing. This used to be Stripe, but anyways, for solopreneurs, Stripe's the way to go. Let me see if chat.openAPI. I'm on the Plus plan. Business. Let's say personal. Say I want to go Pro. They're doing it this way too. Well, maybe I was wrong there. I know for a fact these used to be Stripe though. So, oops. They probably didn't want to pay Stripe 3%. Dang it, it did it again. My computer's wigging out. It did this about an hour ago, so I'm going to call this the end of the stream because I just have to boot it right back up. But I appreciate everyone joining. We're going to get to the bottom of why my computer keeps freezing up very soon. Peace. Y'all have a good day.